Hey, hey, hey. Welcome back to Horn Dogs Podcast. Are you a small dog guy or a big dog guy?
Small dog if I have to. I don't like pets. That's why I'm having a kid. I don't like pets. We've talked about this ad nauseum, and this is like the 10th episode. I don't like pets. I guess I prefer a little one because the big ones, if they jump on you, fuck that. I have not had sex with girls because they have been so bad with their dogs.
Yeah. I understand that, but I do think I'm going to get a dog soon. I'm going to get a little small dog. I'm going to carry him around like a little baby. I'm lonely.
I think it's a bad idea. I know you're lonely, but I think you're somebody who likes to live your life in the wind, you know? Be gone here, move there. You want to, with a dog, game over. It's a whole different thing.
But not like a little, little tiny dog that he just wants to sleep. And I was looking up at Wags and Walks, and some of the dogs are like, this is ideal for someone who likes to do nothing and just like sit around. And I'm just like, oh, that's perfect because I want the dog to just lay around and I want to be able to schlep him everywhere, you know?
Oh my God, I just remembered I had like a sex dream about someone.
Ooh, tell me about it. I also had a dream. It wasn't a sex dream, but you go.
This is a good one.
Okay.
It's a Twitter crush that it's not really a crush anymore.
Okay.
That's one of the cool things I think about crushes.
What was I doing? Was I naked? Or was I in a robe?
A robe? Damn, that'd be sick, John. You open up and your fucking big ass cock comes out.
Yeah. And also you don't ever talk about my womanly hips.
Yeah, I want to see. Yes, I want to see those from the back.
What do you think about men with womanly hips?
I think it's gross. This is true. It's something I've talked about, Julia. You know it's true, right? I hate it. I think it's disgusting. Except I've never fucked someone with womanly hips. I think that would be hot because it's like a woman.
Except for the pretty big cock on the other end of it.
Oh, I like that. Something to grab onto.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
No,
parking brake, huh?
This is you guys could know this stuff. I love about having an online crush.
Yes.
Which I just haven't had for so long. I think it's just because you get older, and I don't know. I guess also it doesn't seem like there's anybody new. Am I crazy for thinking that? There was a time on the internet, and I think in life, where just new people would pop up. Am I crazy for thinking that?
I think that people are being born every 6 seconds.
Yeah, but they're not going to get on Twitter and I'm going to get a crush on them because they're writing like great jokes or anything.
Oh, you're talking about, so they need to be funny and hot and be showing hole on Twitter? That's a lot, Steve.
Yeah, I'm okay. Hot is in the eye of the beholder.
Well, hot to you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I don't necessarily want to see hole. I don't think I'm really that comfortable seeing hole in real life. I'm not like opposed to it, but it doesn't turn me on.
Right. You just kind of want to see like a black abyss and then you just put your cock in it, right?
I'm not really that into fucking women in the butt unless they want to get fucked in the butt. And I haven't met too many of those.
Right. No, I understand. So, but wait, what was the sex dream?
I just had a feeling about it.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was just all nice and hair and white skin.
You love the whites.
Yeah, yep. What can you say?
Do you think it's because you're indigenous blood and clearly your brown, beautiful indigenous skin wants to inject more indigeneity into the white race to get back at them for all the colonization?
It's absolutely because of white supremacy and internalized racism. And I think that stuff is all like worked. I think it's all hot. Whatever you think about it,
yeah.
In my head somewhere, that is some kind of kink where you're like polluting their white blood.
Yeah.
Like I'm polluting this white woman. Like I'm taking back our land. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Exactly. It's the reverse manifest destiny.
Yeah.
It's get your destiny out of my face. That's what it is.
Yeah. I'm like, yes, Sergi. I'm thinking about her dad, how mad they would be mad.
Look, this may sound eugenicsy, but
oh, wow.
But we are in the Americas, and I don't think it's wrong to have real brown blood inside you. I think that's good. I think more white people should have that.
Yes. And I'm the guy to put it in you.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. I had a dream about your daughter. your unborn daughter, and it was a really beautiful, noble dream.
Well, tell me about it.
Someone attacked both you and Julia, very
Yes.
much like Bruce Wayne Batman origin story, in an alley in downtown LA.
Yeah.
And I was just coming out of a stage door because I was performing, and you guys had your daughter
Wiping off mime paint.
what?
Your mime paint.
Oh yeah.
It's just miming.
And everyone's like,
just the most gay ass shit you could.
right. I leave stand up and I become a famous mime.
I studied under my soul.
Yeah, and I'm on the cover of Vogue like this. Like, so I come out and someone attacks you guys, and you have your daughter, and she's like a little baby.
Yeah.
And I go in and I fight with all my heart, and I save all three of you.
Oh.
Right?
Yeah.
But then I get stabbed, but
Yeah.
I don't even know I'm stabbed because of the adrenaline until I like open my shirt and my rock hard abs are just riddled with stab wounds. And then I like fall into your arms and I start to just die. And then you guys tell me like how grateful you are for me. And then your little daughter like crawls up and she can't speak, but all she does is she just puts her little hand on my cheek.
Oh my God.
And then I die.
Yeah.
You know, and then you guys, have a beautiful memorial for me.
What a way to go. A hero.
Yeah, exactly.
Instead of one of your fucking sick gay ways of dying. You know what I mean?
From some new disease, from
someone
monkeypox.
fisting you to death.
Yeah, rips out my intestines.
He died doing what he loved.
Getting fit. No one will ever fist me. I don't want my hole to be stretched.
Okay.
I don't like it. Not in that way,
I do love love a new crush. I love a new online crush.
Yeah.
But I really do love when it goes away too. Is it true? And I think this is true. Confirm, Julia. When you could tell when they look at your Instagram stories fast, that's like at the top, right? Have you heard this?
You mean like on the top of like when you look at who's viewed
Yes.
story?
Yes.
I think if someone's liked your story, they're definitely at the top.
Okay, you don't know.
But
Have you heard this then?
I have, but I don't know if that's true.
I don't know if it's true because I find that it's people who are not following you who are at the bottom, but followers are at the top.
Yeah.
No, but also you can kind of see the order, how quickly they like your thing too.
I just can't tell if they like compound and go like this person looks nice.
Oh yeah, I don't want to do this. I don't want the science of it, but you could just tell when someone likes you, because they just look at your stories quick. Now, granted,
Or someone hates you.
yeah. Granted, on accident, sometimes I just check people's stuff, or sometimes I see one and they're like, I'm gonna wait to see that one because I don't want them. It just popped up.
You don't want to be seen as a desperate man.
Julia, when was the last time do you think someone had a crush on you? Can you think of it in your head? I don't want to know specifics or anything.
There's probably two guys who have a crush on you right now that you don't even know
No,
about.
she's got low self-esteem.
Well, we all do. We're doing stand-up.
No, we don't. You don't, and I don't.
I don't. I think we all do compared to people. We stand in front of people asking them for immediate reactions.
Yeah, that's a thing, but that's not. That does not imply low self-esteem. That's definitely a thing. We have a God-shaped hole in our hearts. We're obviously missing something. Our dads beat us. Yes, that's true. But none of that. Do you think you have low self-esteem?
I've struggled with self-esteem.
Everyone struggles with self-esteem.
Yeah.
That's not low self-esteem.
No, it's not. It's kind of like I feel like a mixture of narcissistic traits.
Yes.
As well as low self-esteem that I'm constantly trying to like balance and be like, okay, calm down the narcissistic traits because that's ridiculous, but then also don't think that you're a piece of shit too. You know what I mean? It's like a weird balance. But also, what helps is just like not trying to like not think about yourself for a bit,
Yeah.
Which is, it's just so hard.
That's why I'm looking forward to having my daughter. I'm tired of thinking about myself. I'm tired of living for myself. Julia, you don't have a name or a thing in your mind? Some guy had a crush on you or a woman?
Let's call them out.
I'm sure they do. I'm like.
This is my wife has never got sent a dick pic.
And never in your life?
Never in my life.
She just doesn't put out that energy.
Well,
which is fine. That's fine. I'm not asking.
She doesn't want your dick pics. You fucking horn dogs.
No,
But also, here's the thing, Julia. You're not dead, and you're still young.
Yeah,
So
there's still time.
and I feel like things will only go up for you, and so like you're gonna just accrue more followers online. So dick pics, I think, are pending.
Yeah.
You know.
That's fine. Again, that's fine. There's not a name that's coming to me right now, but also I'm sure people have had questions on me.
Of course, yes.
Yeah, whatever.
I just
I also don't look at online stuff.
That's strictly what I'm talking about is online.
Yeah, no, I don't look. I don't want to know.
So yeah, you don't have any. You're not out enough for guys to get crushes on you like that.
I feel like my parents are arguing in front of me, and I feel like I'm at the dinner table. You know, I feel very traumatized.
But like most crushes, one things that happen is that you just hang out with the person long enough, you see what their thing is, and then I try to find ways to not have crushes on them because who needs it? And then the cycle begins again.
Well, because you are also, the crush is also about you. That's why it's a crush. It's you're projecting a fantasy.
Yes.
And then when you see that they're actually like a pathological liar or a klepto, then you go, oh, they're not as amazing as I thought it would be. You know, a comic who we all know, I used to have a big crush on him, but it turned out that he was a major klepto. major klepto.
And let me tell you about this. I remember this time when Jonathan was obsessed with this guy, and it was sad.
I mean, he's a very good-looking guy.
He's a good-looking guy, but also I remember you would make excuses for their shortcomings. This is one of the worst things about having a crush is you can't see the bad things about this person.
Yeah, he first of all, he got fired from his job from stealing, and he got a third strike, and his manager caught him stealing a case of very expensive champagne, or I don't know if it was very expensive, but it was a big case of champagne, and then his boss just caught him red-handed in the act, just went, you're fired. Just was like, you're done. You're fired. He had no remorse about it.
Yeah.
And then we would go I lived in Virgil Village, and it's like a Salvadoran neighborhood. And we would be walking around there on Virgil, and we would go into these little mom and pop shops that were run by like Salvadoran immigrants. And I would watch him steal from their shops. And these were like 99-cent shops where you would get stuff for literally everything is under $4 there. You know what I mean? And then we were at this really expensive vintage boutique in Echo Park, and he pulls this shit. He goes, we're trying on clothes, and he goes, I really like this shirt, but it's like $89. And I was like, you know what? Get it. It's really well made. And he goes, oh my God, I forgot my wallet at my house. Can you buy me this shirt?
Uh-oh.
And I said, oh God. And now I'm very poor. I'm like living paycheck to paycheck. But when you like someone, even though you have legitimately $300 in the bank account, you're like, sure, I'll buy you this $89 shirt. So I buy it for him. And I tell him, but I'm going to need you to pay me back today. Because he said he just left his wallet at the house.
Yes.
So he has the money, right?
Yeah.
So he goes, yeah, for sure. So I buy him the shirt. And it hurts me. It like hurts me. It's so bad that I get a immediate email from my bank going, did you spend money? My bank is like, are you seriously buying an $89 shirt, dude? And then as we're leaving this expensive shop, he steals another shirt as we're leaving. So I'm like, why? First of all, I don't want to be incriminated in your crimes, but
why didn't you steal
you steal that shirt? So we get back to his place. We're smoking weed. And then I go, okay, I need you to give me the money. And he goes, oh, I'll give it to you later. And I was like, no, I really do need that money. I don't have that much money in my account. I need it today. And he was like, fine. And I really have to twist his arm. So I walk him to the ATM at the 7-Eleven.
This is like poor people uncut gems.
Yes.
The music's all boom, 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 boom.
Yeah, I walk him to the ATM. We get the money. Now I'm livid because I'm like, I can now already tell that he's trying to get out of giving me the money back. And I know if I don't twist his arm, I'm never going to see this fucking money.
Yeah.
So then we go to the ATM, and the way he gives me the money back is so fucking disrespectful. He shoves it into my stomach. Me, this guy who did a favor for him.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And then right after that, We go to a little like a shop,
Yeah.
a little like a taco stand or whatever. And he steals a bunch of the, you know how they
The
put
condiments,
like,
the cucumbers and the lettuce, limes,
the plastic forks
Yeah.
and the paper and stuff
Yeah.
like that. And I was like, what for? And also that means that a bunch of people outside are just like not going to be able to have any utensils for their shit. And I'm just like, this is the guy who I want to fuck. And I'm so glad we never fucked. I'm so glad. I kept my womanly pride, you know?
Oof, man, that's
I kept my dignity.
That's tough. I think it's that's harder for you because with money, I don't know. You could always kind of tell if a woman's using you for money pretty early on, romantically.
Have you ever been used like that?
No, but the older I get, the more I like would get off on it. I think, like I could see if I had a lot of money, I would just have like a 22-year-old, not think anything of it.
Right.
I think this is perfectly like awesome what's happening right now.
But that's because you have the money to burn, and you know you're being manipulated, and you like it.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Well, it's a pure exchange because I wouldn't have anything to offer a 22-year-old, and vice versa. You know,
Right.
except for this, this exchange of money and body and all that shit.
Yeah.
Which I think that's fair. That's a fair trade if we're doing that. I don't, my body is not the gift.
Right. Unless you dip into a bear event, then you'd have everyone sucking on those tits.
That's what I'm saying. What I'm saying. I gotta go gay. Gotta go. But and I think I've said it on this podcast. But let me reiterate.
Yes.
One of the main reasons why I'm not fucking guys is that I do not want to wear a condom.
Right.
And so when I was fucking all these guys before and stuff, sometimes I'd wear them, but generally would not. And to me, I'm just like, if I can't do it without a condom, I don't want to put on a condom.
Well, let me blow your mind. Most gay men don't wear condoms anymore, Steve.
Yeah. But, this is the problem. I have a wife now
Yes.
that I don't want to put in any danger. I have a newborn daughter who pushes her hand through my wife's stomach.
Yes.
And I touch it like that glass, like prison.
Yeah.
Like our hands. So I don't want to, just for me to get my rocks off, I don't want to have to use a condom.
Yeah, and you don't want to be like these like nasty like
down low guys.
Like or you know how like people have given herpes to babies by sucking on the baby's penis during a bris? You ever heard of that?
This is a Jewish thing, yes.
Yes, but
it's not people sucking on babies' wieners.
Well, they are people, and these are babies, and they have wieners. But they like suck.
This is rabbis.
Yes, and they had an STD or herpes, and they give it to the baby whose immune system is weak, and then the baby dies or gets like some type of damage. That is so fucking sad. It's like, come on, we don't need to do that. Like the bris is cool. But we don't need to be sucking,
John taking the hard stands.
Well, just not the sucking. Just do everything but the sucking.
Which say, I'm not sucking right now.
Yeah.
Be aware of your herpes status, so you can tell the family. Oh, I'm not really sucking the penis right now.
If you're rabbi, just say I'm riddled with diseases right now, so I can't.
I know you want to watch me suckle your son's penis, but I can't. Not today. Yeah.
Imagine a rabbi. Oh, I'm sorry. I just got back from Fire Island. I can't be sucking on your son's thing.
Do you think after that shirt incident, were you still crushing on him, or was that like a final straw?
That was a final straw. And also, he scared the living shit out of me once because he drove at 100 miles an hour from West Hollywood to East Hollywood, which, if you know LA, is a long way.
Yeah.
Because Hollywood is humongous.
You were in the car with him?
I was in the car, and we were driving on Santa Monica, and we almost got into several accidents, and I was like fully hyperventilating.
Oh my God, that's really scary.
Yeah, after that I was like, this is a dark-sided man. And I would tell friends like that, and they're like, this is a person who would kill you and bury you under their home. And I was like, yeah, I
had a coworker named Josh at the Chatterbox.
I remember.
And he would always there would be certain girls that would come in or whatever, and he didn't think anyone was attractive. So he would always like come up with weird ways to like try to gross me out about the girls and stuff like that. And he would be like, this girl Sam comes in or something, and she worked at BJ's, and he'd be like, oh nah man, he's like, her titties look like they smell like mac and cheese, and like he would say stuff like that, and it would like kind of it just got in my head where then it make you like, oh, I don't want mac and cheese titties, you know.
That sounds like it would smell pretty good.
You would think, but not. You don't want
The cheese.
yeah. You don't want a cheesy. I remember once I smelled a woman that smelled like pot roast, and I think pot roast is delicious smelling. You know, you walk into your home on a Sunday evening, but you don't want to be, you don't want to be taking off those pants and then get a woof
of the
pot roast.
Of the pot roast.
Yeah.
Do you think he was saying that so that because you're a handsome guy, you're charismatic, you've always been able to get women, so do you think he was actually getting those women on the side?
No. He's just he's odd about this kind of stuff. He didn't find most women attractive. He could get girls too. He'd always had a girlfriend, but he just.
What does she look like?
They're all beautiful. Yeah. That's it wasn't anything like that. It's just, some guys are so like focused in on like the most beautiful women.
Yeah.
I'm like at that point I'm like I don't even know what you're talking about anymore. Right. Or like what do you think romance is or relationships are? I have a friend who's a woman who's very pretty. She's like 36, 37. She's been married before, and she's like, I need to be with a hot guy. Mm-hmm. She's 37 years old.
Right, like a conventionally hot.
Yeah, she's talking about a hot guy.
Right, like a Matthew McConaughey.
Yeah, she's like, I want a younger guy. I want like 27, and he's gonna be hot. And then she told me a story where the guy was kind of like using her to pay for things, or he wasn't like taking care of her like that in the way she wanted to. And she was like, "What the fuck, man?" She's like, and I was like, "Well, that's not what you get. You don't get both those things."
Right.
You're 37 years old, and like I said, I think she's a pretty woman, and she could be conventionally attractive too. I'm not saying any of that. Yeah. And I'm like, if you're 37 and you want a hot young guy, if we're playing by those metrics, you know what I mean?
Yes.
You're not getting that guy.
Right.
You're gonna have to buy them shit.
Absolutely.
Yes. And this was bothering, and she was mad. She got mad at me for saying this.
Well, yeah, because she doesn't understand that she's basically what she wants, even though she's not articulating it, is like essentially a sugar baby, but she actually wants to be the one to be taken care of.
Yes.
And it's like, so you want your cake and eat it too? That's just not how it works, you know? Yes.
That's what she doesn't. I mean, if we're playing by these, which I think are gross metrics, truly.
Right.
Then you're like, then you could start like numbering people. Like she's an 8, he's a 9. You know what I mean?
I hate that shit.
I know, but this is like kind of what, if you're talking about hot people like that.
Yeah.
If you're that, fucking stupid.
Right.
Then that's the metrics you're playing by.
Yeah.
Then a hot 27-year-old guy could say, I'm a 9, you're a 7 or a 6. And he's correct if we're playing by those stupid fucking things. But yeah, that's what I mean. I don't like those rules, but I do think there are a lot of people that view the world that way.
Well, and see, I think a lot of those people are not actually attracted to those people. What they are attracted to is the status of the guy has washboard abs. Yes. The guy is super thin. The woman is super thin. She's a model. She's all that stuff. That is attractive. But we know that you can see someone who is objectively conventionally attractive that does not rev your engine. It is just like, it's clinical. It's not sexy. But then you see someone who is attractive, but they're not maybe a size 2 or whatever, or if they're a dude, they have a little bit of a belly, but they're fucking hot. There's just something fucking sexy about
them. Or a lot of belly.
Or a lot of
really
belly.
fat belly.
Depending on what you like.
5.5 inch cock.
Absolutely not. I'm just kidding.
Absolutely not. Not a chance. Get out of here with your baby penis.
No. I had a notoriously some great sex with an old fuck buddy from years ago.
Notoriously.
Yeah, it was great sex. He's famously 5.5 inch cock. This guy. A total Sasquatch of a man, just like one of those people that you actually don't know his skin color because his hair is so ridiculous. And he was great in bed, but a complete like psychopath outside of the sack. So you can't keep dating him. But 5.5 inch cocks, they can be very fun.
I will tell you something interesting about being poly and then dating outside of this stuff.
Yeah,
is like you kind of throw You kind of well, I mean, you're open too, right?
Yes, we are open.
Yeah. So you get this then that when you're talking about a main like romantic partner and a real partner, you want like everything in that person. You want to be attracted to them. You want them to have the same values. You want like everything, almost it to be like nearly perfect. If you're going to give your life over to this person, you want like as maxed out as you can get in all the areas.
No.
What do you mean?
I just need to really, if it's a romantic partner, I need to love them. I just need to absolutely want them in my life and want to see them every single day. I don't care. I can forgive a lot of shortcomings, but there's something magical and ethereal about love.
Okay, no,
it's true.
No.
It's for me.
Yeah.
If you are someone who like I yearn for, you know, like I am so sad that like I can't see you every single day, then it doesn't matter about any of all that stuff. We'll weather all that, you know, because you can't have everything in a partner.
That's true. I didn't say that.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying.
No, I said you want to max out the levels for as much as you can.
I don't know this tech geek talk, you know? What does that mean?
I'm thinking of attraction, compatibility.
Oh, for sure.
All of these things. It's not like you think you can get everything in one person. No.
Right.
I'm just saying, that's what I mean is you want this high level thing. Even I'll even listen to your fucking bullshit fairy tale love stuff that you just said. And that,
I'm actually in love though. This is not bullshit. And I've been in this for 5 years. Yeah.
So we'll buy into this bullshit fairy tale thing that you just said.
It's not bullshit.
Yes, it is. Podcast is over.
It is not.
Yeah, but I'm just saying that that's what you expect out of your primary partner.
Yes.
Magic.
Yes.
Fairy tale magic.
Yes.
Stuff, really.
Yes.
But
connection that is like no other. You know? What is so wrong?
Come on, Jonathan. I'm trying to see eye to eye with you, and then you throw in one more connection that is like no other. How many long relations? You just your second one, right?
Yes, this is my second one, but this is the longest.
Yeah. And it has survived a long time, so that's I don't want to take away from that. But yeah, I mean, you know, it's so funny. And a connection that's like
of course.
Yeah. So you want all this stuff for your main primary romantic partner,
and
which
laughter.
is a lot. Yeah, which is a lot.
Yeah.
But then the other stuff, you're like, it's not as important. You know what I mean? You're really forgiving because you have people that you just have sex with that you maybe don't even like as people, don't want to talk to that much, right?
Oh, well, if it's like a fuck buddy, I can't have sex with you if I don't like you. I still need to like you as a personally. I know some people think it. I think
no, I'm the same way.
Yeah, but some people I think are if it's just sex, they actually like it if they hate the other person because it's like hot.
Yeah,
there's like a tension there.
Yeah.
I don't. That's a big turn off.
Yeah,
but some people are they're very nice, but they're fucking boring.
Yes.
Oh my God. And it's like I don't understand.
I don't think we talk enough about that, about how boring. I've loved people. I mean, I've loved people and like felt a connection with them and enjoy them as people and everything. But I was just like, I cannot live my life this way.
Oh no,
I can't be with this all the time.
Yeah, you would start to hate them and lose attraction to them if you're around them too much.
Yes, absolutely.
You know?
People don't talk about boring enough.
Yeah, boring. And some people are too boring that they can't stay fuck buds. Years ago, before I even met my current boyfriend, I had a fuck bud in Eagle Rock, and he was like a short, stout, stocky dude, very handsome, very sexy, a nice penis, but he had like a botched circumcision, so he had what I call a gobbler. Okay. So his penis had like a turkey gobbler hanging off the bottom because they didn't get the bottom skin, but they got the top.
Okay.
So it was just very odd, but it was like watching paint dry. Like he had like live, laugh, love posters on his, and he was like in his like 40s at the time.
I mean, you could go what 5, 6, 7 times max.
Yeah, maybe even that. But after a while, you just kind of look around and go, "This is sad, man. Yeah, this is sad." You know,
live, laugh, long.
Yeah, look for you kind of want to look for bodies at that point. You smell around, go, what is under here? Because you want to go like, what? There has to be more of a person than what he's showing. You know,
someone his tweets going around saying that when someone ugly is sexy, that's really cool. Or when someone is weird, and sexy, that's really cool. But when someone is hot and weird, that's really scary.
But see, a lot of the hottest are the weirdest people. Imagine Jared Leto. Have you seen that picture of Jared Leto grabbing his cock on stage with his band 30 Seconds to Mars?
No.
So he notoriously has not a big, not a huge, a monstrous penis. A type of penis that most of us, if we saw, would be like, no, absolutely not.
Yeah.
He's grabbing it on stage, like through his like cult leader shroud.
Yeah.
And it is so big. It's one of just those. It's basically. I mean, it's not this, but it is basically like
YouTube. You got to be watching the YouTube for this one.
It's a huge thing.
We're going to pull this picture up right now on the break. And by the way, we'll be right back. And we're back with more horn dogs. It's Thanksgiving week. Some of us love it more than others.
Gobble, gobble, bitch.
Yeah. God. Podcast's over.
Why do you hate me?
A bunch of different reasons. And you keep adding more. Gobble, gobble, bitch.
That's great.
It's not your mother's Thanksgiving.
For merch?
Yeah.
Imagine if we had merch. I bet you Gobble Gobble Bitch would sell.
It would sell very quickly at Hot Topic.
Hey, whatever gets the merch moving. So
I think this week is one of the most magical weeks of the year. Thanksgiving week is just such a magical, wonderful time. Obviously, we know the whites, destroyed the Native Americans. That's awful. We're not talking about that. I'm talking about how wonderful this week feels from the minute you wake up on Monday, knowing that it's all over on Wednesday. That Wednesday night, the best, hands down, the best party night of the year, the Wednesday before Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving, we're just eating stuff and you're fucking fat face, watching the Twilight Zone marathon, to that Friday where you don't got anything to do. You play football with your friends. Ugh. You hang out. You party that night too. What an incredible week. And Jonathan doesn't like it.
I don't like it. I think it's a waste of a holiday. It's so bland. The food sucks. Have you ever seen a plate of Thanksgiving food? It just looks like regurgitated crap. It's not good. But here's the thing. I'm a minority in this. Most people love Thanksgiving food. It's like Taylor Swift. I don't understand why it's successful.
I will tell you, you need to be with a white person, because white people do Thanksgiving right. I agree with you. My Mexican Thanksgivings, bad.
Yeah, my family, they make terrible Thanksgiving food.
Dry food. White people do it right, okay? They fucking lay out the spread right. They have something to celebrate. They have things to be thankful for. They're still winning. We're gaining on them, but they're still winning. They're
toasting like, hey, the indigenous are less than 1% of the country.
Fresh made rolls.
We won.
Have you ever seen these? Have you ever seen those little homemade loaves you make yourself? This is the kind of stuff white people do. Homemade cranberry sauce, sweet potatoes, okay, a nice green salad, green bean casserole.
Ew,
turkey's good.
casserole?
Ham, and if you're lucky to be able to do both like us, where we get tamales too. I mean, this is a wonderful time. I get where you're coming from, kind of, but I just happen to think you have a bad experience.
You know what I do like is the honey baked ham, though. That I will fuck with. I will fuck with a honey baked ham. I'll step on someone's neck for a honey baked ham.
It's very good. My dad for years would be like, after the divorce, he would always be like, "Yeah, I got the honey baked ham," and he would always bring it with pride.
Oh yeah,
like no matter what, and they're expensive.
Very expensive, but I remember as a kid, brat. Me and my cousin Chris are the only people who grew up middle class in our entire family, so we're very privileged compared to everyone else who grew up in the hood. If someone forgot the honey baked ham, full blown temper tantrum, full blown slamming doors and shutting the fuck. I'm so mad.
I remember the first time I had a honey baked ham, because we were used to. I don't know what's up with my family. They're just bad cooks. But I'm talking about just a regular ham, pineapple cherry glaze over it with kind of those weird peppermint things. Mm-hmm. Not that great. And then I remember...
Oh, cloves?
Yeah, cloves.
Yeah.
It must have been white people the first time we had it, though. But it's sliced thin. I don't know if you've seen this, guys, but it's sliced thin and it's crispy.
Yes.
It's crispy with the honey baked. I love that shit. Love it, love it, love it. So good. You've got to come hang out with some whites. We'll invite you over at some point.
You have access to all the premium whites.
Yeah, I mean you can too.
I can too, and I can gain access because I can use my white looks to gain access.
I will tell you what I hate is going around the table and saying what you're thankful for. Does your family do that?
Fuck no, they're tossing back tequila. Not at all, and no one's letting each other talk, and no one's listening to each other, and it's a sad affair.
No. The white people, they make you pay for this food, okay? And it's after, when you think it's all done, you feel wonderful. You've got to go around the table and say what you're thankful for. For people you don't really want to, I'm looking at my father-in-law. I'm not going to tell you what I'm really thankful for.
What do you what if you could? What would it be? What are you really thankful for this year, Steve?
Pussy.
I mean, yeah. There's a
my wife looked down, sad. She looked down like I can't believe I'm married to this fucking guy.
No. This woman is about to use her God-given.
I never wanted
pussy
to see it used like this before, though.
To push a daughter and gift you a daughter.
I know.
This is actually the year that you can be thankful
for the pussy.
For the pussy, and then she's
I'll follow it with,
she's producing another one.
I'm gonna look.
Magic.
I'm thankful that. I guess I'm thankful that we have jobs still. That's nice, right? We have our health. I have friends that don't have their health anymore. I was looking at Jonathan when I said that.
Yeah, riddled. I'm riddled with disease. Yeah. You should see the lesions under this tea.
And I am thankful for polyamory and for
brother,
touching new bodies and new friends and becoming besties. What an exploration! Why would people want to stop any of this?
You should do a polyamorous Christmas, a polyamorous Thanksgiving.
Oh,
where right after everyone's fucking. Well, I guess not after Thanksgiving because everyone's a beached whale after Thanksgiving.
We'll see what Julia let me get away with,
Yeah. Now, what do you think about the quick shift from Thanksgiving to then Black Friday, where people die every year in like Target or Best Buy?
I'm not into any of that stuff. My ex used to be very into Black Friday stuff. I don't like buying shit. I don't want to get into Christmas stuff. It's too early for that. But I will say, I don't like buying presents. My nephews, I buy presents for people under 18 in my family.
Yes.
And then I'm glad my nephews are older. They want Nikes or something. I'm gonna give them a hundo. I'm gonna buy $150 Nikes, whatever. As long as I want them to. I buy this stuff for them so that they love me and they remember me. Because my favorite uncle is the guy who bought us nice stuff when we were little. Because most people did it. They were just not considerate, okay? But you, Noah, you remember. You remember Uncle Steve, Aunt Julia, what we did for you all those years.
This is a horrific time of year because this time of year, it happens for Thanksgiving and definitely for Christmas, is when my evil sister Lillian decides to make gifts for everyone in the family. And she makes gifts. Her gifts are a sign of the hatred within her heart. She makes the most useless gifts. She will get a jar and stuff it with used corks that still have wine stains on it, tie a ribbon around it, and that's what she gives to people. Last year, she gave me a jar of cut up carrot butts, like the tops of carrots.
Yes.
In dirty water with a ribbon around it because she thought it looked decorative. And I was like, so this is something that you give someone that you hope dies soon. When she gave it to me, I'm like, this is a curse. This is a witch's curse. This is not a good gift. She is a horrible gift giver that puts no thought. It's the type of gift giving that is like, it is better to not give anything than these gifts, because now I know in her heart, she loves seeing me holding this jar of dirt. She loves it. Look at my faggot brother holding this jar of watery dirt.
Is that real?
Absolutely real. It's fucking ridiculous.
I wish you had it.
I left that cursed object. I left it with my parents. It's insane.
Enough. We're not dipping into Christmas, okay? What are you gonna do this Wednesday? The party night.
The party night is wait. Thanksgiving's already. Oh my God, it's already here, right?
Oh yeah, I mean the Wednesday before.
Yeah.
Thanksgiving.
Nothing. I'm probably gonna be holed up in my apartment, just hiding from people. Why are you guys gonna invite me somewhere?
No, we'll be at home probably.
Oh.
I might have to go to the Chatterbox.
Wait a minute. You guys already have a baby by then, probably.
No, she doesn't think.
You don't think? Do you think
No.
she's gonna be a December baby, Julia?
No, I think she'll be the weekend after Thanksgiving.
Okay.
Weekend after Thanksgiving.
After all that food, she's gonna go. I'm out. I'm getting the fuck out of here.
All right, that's when we want it. The weekend after Thanksgiving. We have Depeche Mode tickets for what day? Do you remember? The 17th. Okay. All right. If we can do it by then, I think we might be able to make that Depeche Mode concert.
Is Depeche Mode, because I'm so young, is Depeche Mode a type of band where you mosh? Would you ever mosh? Have you ever been a mosher?
You're not that young if you're talking about moshing.
No, I'm friends with Chris Estrada. I know about moshing by proxy.
Damn, that really makes me laugh to think about Chris moshing.
Now his hips and his hips and his bones are too brittle, but at some point I'm sure he was moshing and getting punched in a pit or whatever. Yeah, no moshing for you anymore. You're a father.
Yeah, no moshing for me.
Yeah.
I don't know what my dating life's gonna look like after. It all becomes, as much as I talk about polyamory, it all becomes, we talk about these ethical questions and stuff, but I'm just I don't have any time anymore, especially now that I'm working at the Chatterbox that I'm managing. I just don't have any time.
Let me be very clear with you.
Mm-hmm.
I do not support your poly lifestyle, and I think it's an abomination.
Yes.
Okay? I think being open, reasonable.
Yeah.
But the energy that you have to spend
Yes.
to date someone else is fucking ridiculous. Like, just have people that you just fuck sometimes. But to date someone, you're actually sitting down with someone at a pub, right?
A pub.
Shut up.
Eating a chicken pot pie.
You're sitting down at a pub. You're sitting down at a pub, darling.
You're eating a chicken pot pie.
You're right, darling.
And you go outside.
And you have to listen to their opinions.
I like to fall in love with people. I mean, I just don't know how possible it is, because I do think it takes a lot of time, and to advertise, I just don't think I have that time anymore, or I'm going to have that time anymore, if I'm being realistic, because we do have stand-up too. So we have stand-up, I have my job, I've got my wife, and I've got my daughter now.
And your daughter, and then what are you gonna do with your daughter? You're gonna get her into Hollywood. You're gonna get her an agent.
Yes.
And you're gonna drive her around to auditions.
Yeah.
And I will take a cut because I'm part of this.
No, but Julia, do you have any strong rules about getting the kid into the industry early?
Only if it's something that they bring up.
That's the biggest bullshit. You can't say
biggest.
that. Yeah. Julia said if you get in here, she said, Julia said only if they bring it up. Yeah, but you're kids. You're stupid. Kids like to do stupid shit. Yeah, a kid watches TV and says, "Oh, I want to be on TV." Oh, since you brought it up, that's not the right answer.
Right. Like when I was a kid, I also wanted to be a child actor. My parents never let me, and they were like, "You'll be exploited." And I said, "Great, exploit me. I want to be exploited. Like I'll do anything." I was jealous of Macaulay going to Michael Jackson's play. I was jealous.
Well, you would have. Yeah, you would have had a good time with Michael.
Yeah, I really would have. I really feel like I could have changed him. I think things could have turned out different if it had been me.
I'm trying to think of the guys.
I could have been the one to make him not a pedophile. I think after fucking me as a kid, Michael Jackson would have been like, "All right, I'm done with these kids."
This kid's really putting his back into it.
Yes, this kid is
trying. All
me.
the guys that he molested they're all, I believe. I mean, we don't know all of them, but the ones on the dock were all straight. That's kind of odd, don't you think?
No, most little boys are straight.
Yeah. But
that's not odd.
What if he would have got you then?
When I was that young,
yeah,
I would steal my niece's purses.
Yeah.
So I would walk around with a Little Mermaid purse.
Yeah.
And my dad
yeah,
loved it.
Really?
No. No. In fact, once we drove up to Mammoth.
Yeah.
And I remember him saying, "You're not going to take up this fucking aerial purse up, you know?" And he like throws it and he like hides it from me. I find it. I sneak it into the car. I'm 6. I have it hidden, right? We drive all the way from Los Angeles to Mammoth. And then the first thing we get out of the car, he sees me get out of the car. I have the aerial purse. His face just is purple with rage. He is so mad. And I'm clinking my way over to the hotel. It's a beautiful moment. Now, did he brutally beat me after that? Yes. But I got that aerial purse. Yeah. Just hiking through the woods with my aerial purse. Yeah. Gay kids are magical because they're so annoying.
Yeah.
But they're annoying in a way that's hilarious. And I think the reason, if you do believe in God, which I don't, but if you do, God put gay kids on the earth to troll straight people, to fully just make your guys' life hard, you know, and that's beautiful.
And I'm thankful for that. Then I'm thankful for gay people being monsters, being annoying monsters.
Yeah, well, we bring out all your guys' insecurity. It's all about your shit, you know. Let me have my aerial purse.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
That's true.
yeah.
How much time is on the thing?
47 minutes. Or, I mean, that's what we're at.
Yeah, that's fine.
Good.
Yeah. All right.
All right, guys.
Hold on. Let's give it a little time so she could edit that out. I think what I'm really thankful for, though, is you, our listeners. You guys have a safe, good time this week. Eat all that food, eat all that ass, and leave 5 stars, please. Okay, this is the last fucking time we ask you. No, it's not. But subscribe at Spotify, YouTube, Apple Podcasts. Drop us a message. You got anything to say?
I have nothing to say to any of you.
We love you guys. See you next week.